TGIF, everybody. Welcome to a brand new, all new, in or out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com. So, as usual, I always have a big show for you, and today is like no other. The naughty nice list, I am checking it, and I am checking it twice this year. It is the holiday season, and it is coming faster than I could have ever anticipated. I feel like I just turned around and it was summer on Fire Island, and now here I am, crap, I have to go to Walmart and Target and Kohl's and all these crazy stores to get everybody a Christmas present. So I'm checking my naughty and nice list very tight this year to see what people are getting. And then I'm also bamboozled by the fact that the Jews have Hanukkah, and I don't know when it starts, when it begins. I'm a very bad person, but thanks to a previous guest and a friend to the show, my favorite Jewish gay, Justin Max, we have this website that is isitajewishholiday.com. Epic win. What happens is you type that in, blah, 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 and then it says yes or no. That's it, whether it's a Jewish holiday. So I'd like to send my regards to all my Jews that just finished Hanukkah a few days ago. Hope you enjoyed all your presents. I can't wait to get all mine in a couple of days. Oh my God, it's coming right on the corner. But I got a gay Christmas present today from Miss Paula Abdul. That's right, you heard me. She emailed the show, just like you can, talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. She emailed the show and congratulated me on the show. I almost had a conniption of like gay sparkles and glitter just coming out of my orifices. I was so excited. But I have a reason that she's probably found out about the show and is tuning in. It's because of today's guest, one and only Eli Lieb is on the show today.
Door and turn the lights off and put up your dukes tonight, 'cause this love is getting dangerous, but I need some more tonight. Your touch is contagious, you know what I need tonight. I can't run and I can't hide, I'll be wasted by the light. I'm undone but I'm alive, don't ever wanna see the morning light. When I was young in love, when you were everything, we'd stay up and drink through the night.
And that is his title song that you just heard, Young Love. Basically, it's about a great romance that has everything to do with love and harmony and peace, and that's pretty much what Eli Lieb is all about. So I'm so excited. He's Skyping into the show today, so we're gonna have a chance to talk to him. I wanna thank all of you for sending in your questions using hashtag AskEli, so stay tuned later in the show, see if your tweets will be asked live, and Eli is gracious enough to answer them. Also, with it being the holidays, I am going to be taking a couple of weeks off. But next week is my last show before my break, so I'm gonna have an epic special. But in the meantime, I want you to get in the chat box, talk to me, because I have entertainment news coming up next. And then I also have a phone number you guys can actually call into the show. You ready? It's 1-855-446-7284. Be sure to give me a ring, or you can tweet me at OnlyMattMartin using hashtag punintended if you have a comment or a question or anything related to the show during the show. I'll try to answer your tweets live on air. But next week on the schedule, a repeat offender, to in or out, pun intended, for our gay holiday exponentially bonanza debauchery, Mr. Chris James. We'll be right back.
again, you know, Village Music Shop in Mastic. Anyway, you all know my dog, Mr. Big. Yeah. Well, Dudes and Dudettes Village Music Shop has been in business for over 37 years, serving musicians with the best products and service around. Oh, they have private lessons on all instruments and in all styles of music in their new state-of-the-art digital teaching studios, with the excellent sales and service of guitars, drums, school band instruments, amps, PAs, as well as sheet music, books, and accessories. Basically, Dudes, everything musical, right, Big? Yeah. Chill out. Village Music has rentals on all instruments, even PA systems for your parties and barbecues. Oh, cool. Dudes, Village Music Shop never has a sale on stuff because every day our prices are lower than all the competition. Stores, internet, whatever, guaranteed. Yeah. So come to Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic, phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Anyway.
Radio.com.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk8.com for more info.
The future of radio. Radio.
Hey, this is Chuck from the Two Guys and the Chick Show. Check us out Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about stupid news, email bag, and all-around BS. Two Guys and the Chick Show, only on Enravio.com, broadcasting to the world.
What are you waiting for? Everyone else is advertising on the internet. Shouldn't you? Tired of small returns on phone books, newspapers, radio ads, TV ads, coupon books, direct mail? Everyone is on the internet every day. Advertise on the internet for as low as $100 a month. Over 250,000 impressions per month on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Enravio.com, and more. Go to the Advertise With Us page on Enravio.com and get started today.
Welcome back to InterL, pun intended. You know what time it is? It's time for Pun Intended's Entertainment News. So as promised, it's a big show, and right off the bat, we're gonna go to an epic diva. Beyonce dropped an entire brand new album on iTunes last night and didn't tell a soul about it. And it supposedly has music videos for every single song, or at least some sort of video component. Nobody saw this coming. This is a baller move. Queen Beyonce just saved Christmas, y'all, if you ask me. Look at her standing there so beautiful. She didn't even have to do a press release. She didn't have to go on to Today's Show. She didn't have to come on InterL, pun intended. She didn't have to do any of that. All she had to do was say, all right, so we're gonna release it on iTunes, at midnight, December 13th, and let's just see what happens. Like, can you imagine? This is an epic PR move, I have to say, that just goes to show people love people for their talent, not for spreading themselves thin and trying to do everything. So, I've heard a lot of people have, positive reviews, negative reviews, blah, 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 blah. I just think this is so exciting, and it's out just in time for you to give 10 copies to each and every one of your friends. You can only buy the full thing now, because it's a conceptual idea, but will be available for purchasing individual tracks next Friday on the 20th. Who's going to do that? I mean, if you're going to get it, you're just going to buy the whole darn thing. If so, then I know who to unfriend on Facebook. Just get it. And the whole thing is a visual album. So, I mean, twerk, honey. She worked it. You know what? And I hear Baby Blue did some twerking thing in there. So who knows? But I'm really excited for Beyonce. I hope it goes to number 1. Anyway, next up on the bill, Simon Cowell's baby name has been revealed. It's baby boy, he is naming it Simon Eric Cowell. Can we say narcissist? Simon, after him, of course. Eric is Simon's father's name. His father died of a heart attack in 1999, and the two of them were very close. Simon's baby's mama, Laura Silverman, revealed the name to a few friends at their baby shower last weekend at Simon's house in LA. So, whatever, kudos to them. I believe the baby's due in February, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because he's moving to New York. So, yeah, I think Simon Eric Cowell will be making his grand entrance coming to February 2014. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, this made me literally LMAFO, okay? Bruce Jenner is apparently removing his Adam's apple, a procedure normally part of a sex change, I might add. Bruce Jenner is 64 years old and is planning to get plastic surgery on flattening his Adam's apple. Yesterday, this is like breaking news. Yesterday, he met with a Beverly Hills plastic surgeon for a consultation regarding this procedure known as, okay, hold on. Listen, I ain't no doctor, people. A chondrolaryngoplasty, aka a tracheal shave, okay? The operation is typically performed on patients in the initial stages of gender reassignment surgery. He apparently has been quoted saying to TMZ that he never liked his trachea. Bruce has been dodging rumors for years that he is a secret cross-dresser. I just think this is hilarious that this is all coming out now with, the whole split with Kris Jenner and all that Kardashian drama. I mean, I highly doubt he's getting rid of his trachea, but you know what? You heard it here first. Who freaking knows? I mean, this is just insanity to me. Bruce Jenner, getting your trachea shaved down is really not going to make a big difference in your life. You're 64 years old. Does it really matter at this point? Your face is verklempt, so, I mean, just work with what you got. Anyway, speaking of another hot mess, we're going right here to Long Island. That's where the studios are here. Ms. Lindsay Lohan will be spending the holidays on Long Island with her mom, Dina. After regretting her recent trip to Art Basel and all the trouble it caused her, little Lohan plans on heading to Merrick, Long Island, where she will hang out with her brother, sister, dog, mom, and grandma for a nice, quiet Christmas Eve and day. One of her friends was quoted saying she wants to have peace and quiet for a few days, not going out, no partying. I don't expect Dad Michael to be there either. I think it's just going to be, that side of the family. Who knows what Michael's doing? He's probably hanging out with Kim G, making out in Miami. Fool. Speaking of fools, Britney Spears' ex-husband, Kevin Federline, is expecting baby number 6. I beg of you, please stop. Stop, Kevin, stop. Here he is featured with his newest baby mama and his second wife, who is expecting their his sixth child, that is Victoria Prince. Federline, who was married to Britney Spears, has children by 3 women. Okay, here's the breakdown. He's got 2 with Britney, Sean, who's 8 now, and Jaden, who's 7. 2 with actress Shar Jackson, one who's 9, one who's 11, and a 2-year-old daughter with Jordan Kay. Okay, so we have a 2-year-old, a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, 11-year-olds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now number 6 is due. Kevin, get a vasectomy. It's a wrap. We don't need your kind around anymore. You can't even hip hop dance. You put on more weight than Channing Tatum for his new movie. Yikes. Anyway, now last week I talked to you about, okay, James Franco's Instagram is like my newest obsession. So last week we talked about a mysterious white substance he had on his little Batman mask and his S&M-esque outfit. Well, this post must be his best Instagram picture of 2013 so far. James Franco has posted a photo of a shirt and pants covered in photos of his own face with the caption, "Yum." It is certainly more family-friendly than his last raunchy post. This is hilarious to me. I don't know if he's doing this for attention or he's bored. He's amusing to me right now. I don't know what it is, but he's enticing me. He's slowly drawing me in. Something is going to come out of this, pun intended. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else goes on. Now, speaking of a little scandalous, and now has kind of cleaned up her act, The View host Jenny McCarthy is getting married? Could wedding bells be in Donnie Wahlberg and girlfriend Jenny McCarthy's future? The View co-host is so smitten, she's publicly joked she might propose. But Donnie hints to the gossip table on VH1 that may not be necessary. Ooh, they're sneaky. Do I feel like she's the one? He asks. She's everything I could ever ask for. I think this is so freaking cute. I really do. I'm excited. I think, look at them. They're just, can we go full screen on that one more time? That looks like the Oscars. Like, they just look amazing together. I met her at the In Touch, what was it? Yeah, In Touch VMA party, and she was so sweet, and she's so excited about her relationship and The View and everything. So, you know, things seem to be going on the straight and narrow for her right now, so I'm really happy, and I wish her the best. Now, on the A-list side of things, Cameron Diaz has been like loving social media lately. She finally got a Twitter account. I can't wait. I love her, following her on Twitter. She's so new, it's hilarious. But now she's also loving her Instagram because she posted this makeup-free photo on her Instagram account Wednesday wearing a cozy sweater and hugging a copy of a new book, which is the second picture. And look at her with her dog. She's so cute. But God, look how beautiful she is. I hate her. It's probably 6 o'clock in the morning, and she just came back from a run in the hills. And, you know, she's just, you know, tweeting away on her laptop with her puppy there. She looks amazing. God bless her. So we go from good to hot mess. Are you ready for the hot mess? Miley Cyrus plans to shock New York City yet once again. Miley has a little something extra planned for tonight's Jingle Ball in New York. She is going to be running around the stage in a red leotard and twerk on or at Santa. We're told she's going to do an extra long song just for New York City. She's going to put on a great show full of furs, little people dressed as elves, and drunken Santa she dances with. So basically, she is going to be doing everything to get her in the tabloids. I mean, she's going to have little people dressed as elves. Somebody's going to be pissed off about that. She's going to be wearing a ton of fur, so now she can get PETA to call her finally. And she's going to have a drunken Santa. I mean, come on. Like, Miley, if you're talented, just do it. You're a beautiful girl. Look, I'm looking at you guys in the chat box. She is beautiful. Absolutely. She's gorgeous, but she's a mess. Like, what are you doing? At least Amanda Bynes went to get rehab. I mean, is there a twerking rehab? I have a feeling we're going to need it, and stats. But now, the show at Madison Square Garden is tonight at 8 o'clock. It will also feature Fall Out Boy, Pitbull, Robin Thicke. I don't think he's going to allow her to twerk on him again. Ariana Grande, Fifth Harmony, Austin Mahone, Bieber wannabe, Macklemore, Enrique Iglesias, and Selena Gomez. Hopefully, she won't be lip syncing this week and curse out the fans. Who knows? I'll let you know, though. It's tonight at 8 in Madison Square Garden here in New York. I wish I had tickets, but I have to do this show. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Anyway, next up, the big diva herself, Mariah. Here we go. She may not be making the hits anymore, but sources say Mariah Carey will still make a fortune each year from her Christmas classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Are you ready for this? She makes $750,000 a year from just that one song. Wow. Wow and wow. So that's why she's smiling all the time, because she's smiling all the way to the bank. I mean, it's one of my favorite Christmas songs, I'm not going to lie. Because All I Want for Christmas Is You too, Mariah. I love you. There it is. Oh. Do you think those lips are real? Get in the chat box. Let me know. What do you think? Are those lips real? She's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And her and Nick Cannon, beautiful family. Ugh. I'm so jealous. It's ridiculous. I just wish I had $750,000 and all I have to do is, lay in a hot tub and shoot MTV Cribs. It's throwback. Anyway, so as usual, we have a hottie of the week. Are you ready for this one? 50 Shades of Grey is in production right now, and this is the leading actor. He is a model. His name is James, and I have quite a few pictures for us to look through. So what do you guys think? Does he look the fantasy that you all have for Christian? I mean, here he is half naked in a Calvin Klein ad. He was a Calvin Klein model. Here's another epic one. Hunkameter, hello, hunkameter. Hunkameter. What's the next one? See, now, he's like gorgeous. He's like, he has a perfect commercial face. I didn't read the book because, it doesn't really pertain to my lifestyle choices, but, pun intended. But, I mean, he looks stunning, and I think we have one more. Yeah, there he is, just, average Joe. Look at those eyes, though. I would S&M it up for him. Absolutely. So what do you guys think? Are you excited that this guy is playing your dreamboat Christian from the 50 Shades of Grey? I'm almost over this whole 50 Shades of Grey thing because I feel like they took too long to come out with this movie. Don't you agree? Like, I feel like, it's like when Sex and the City came out and, the movie came out. It took a little longer than anticipated after, the series finale. So, it had great hype and it had a huge following, thank goodness. But I don't know, I feel like this book was like so 2012 or 11. And that's like 2 years ago. I don't even remember who was on the show last week. Oh, no, I do. It was Scott Nevins. Guys, if you missed it, be sure to watch it in the archive. We were laughing so hard. We had such a great time. Okay, so you guys have all been patient and waiting for Eli Lieb, haven't you? So I have some of your viewer questions. I want to thank you guys so much for tweeting me using hashtag AskEli, because I found some really good questions. So we're going to ask Eli. We're going to get him up here, and you guys are going to see him live here on In or Out, pun intended. I am so excited. He is such a sweet guy. I have known him for so long, and I'm just so glad I get to share him with you guys on this show. So stay tuned. Up next, the one, the only, Eli Lieb. You're watching In or Out, pun intended, here on InRadio.com.
Putting it off and start painting it up today at Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints, Sickens, wood finishes, paints, and professional paint supplies, ideal for contractors and homeowners, stain paints and epoxies, family owned and operating, in business for over 55 years, professional and experienced help, located at 2 locations, 55B Route 25, Coram, Long Island, New York, and 1495 Plaza Montauk Highway, Mastic, New York. Call them at 775-7435 and 775-8135. Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints. Log on to the Radio Advertisers page today.
InRadio.com.
East End Screen Printing and Embroidery. Shirts for as low as $3 with print. 631-281-TEES. That's 631-281-TEES. 1355F Montauk Highway, Mastic, Long Island, New York. Go to eastendsilkscreenprinting.com for more info.
Hanging with the cool kids at InRadio.com.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Backwater. Tune in every Saturday night from 7 to 9 for music history, musicians' birthday blocks, trivia time, and the best alternative music around. Saturdays at 7, only on InRadio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Sud City Car Wash, Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York. $9.99 early bird special Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Phone 395-6114. Sud City Car Wash. Hand washes, hand waxes, and detailing. Interior cleaning, brushless, car wash club. Simonized products. Sud City Car Wash. Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York.
It was getting late, and you asked me to stay and hold you until we see light. Shut the door and turn the lights off, and put up your dukes tonight. 'Cause this love is getting dangerous, but I need some more tonight. Your touch is contagious, you know what I need tonight. I can't run and I can't hide, I'll be wasted by the light. I'm undone but I'm alive, don't ever wanna see the morning light. When I was young in love, when you were everything, we'd stay up and drink through the night.
Done? Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to In or Out, pun intended. As promised on the bill today, Mr. Eli Lieb is joining us via Skype. Eli, are you there?
I am here.
There you are. Where are you today?
I'm in Iowa.
You're home.
Yeah,
How's it going? Is it freezing over there? It's freezing here in New York.
it's freezing. Today is a little warmer, like in the low 30s.
Fab. So basically, I've been a huge supporter and a fan of yours for a while now. We go almost like 3 years back. So I know quite a bit about you, but I want my viewers to get the opportunity to get to know you like I do. So give me like a brief synopsis. You're an Iowan boy, came to New York, now in LA, and back in Iowa for the holidays. Where are you?
I am all over the place. I was in New York for a really long time. And then I was back in Iowa, which is where I kind of started the YouTube thing. And then when that sort of elevated to the next level is when I moved to LA, which was this past summer. And now I'm just home resting because it's been a very stressful, in a good way, LA experience. I've been working a lot. And
Awesome.
now,
I mean, work is always good. Keeping busy is always good. That means you got a lot of things going on.
yeah, it's been really great.
So where did you get your start or realize, darn, I can sing?
First time I think that I realized that I was 12 in a musical in school.
Okay.
I don't think that I ever remember trying to sing before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you get like your musical abilities? You play like almost every instrument.
Yeah, that was something that I just kind of, I can play anything I pick up. And I sort of realized that when I first tried to play a guitar, I just picked one up and kept on putting my fingers until I heard the right sounds. I learned everything by ear.
That's awesome. So can you, I'm assuming now you can read music.
No, not at all.
Not at all, so it's all by ear.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
even better.
I'm doing a lot of co-writing right now in LA, and most people know the music language, and they're always like, why don't you go to a C here? And I always have to keep on reminding them, like, I don't know what any of that.
See what? Okay, so you've you started out on YouTube, basically just doing covers, but kind of putting your twist on it of a more acoustic blended sound for the covers of pop songs that you were attracted to as an artist and as a listener. And you know, you've had some, I would say, pretty amazing success doing that.
Yeah, it's been crazy seeing it sort of go up and up. When I first met you, you were saying like maybe 3 years ago, I think I had just got my first million views, and now it's almost at 17.
Like crazy. That's
yeah.
insanity. I mean, I have a music playlist on my YouTube, and I think it's got 12 songs in it, and 8 of them are yours. Because I'll just have like a day where I just need to like zone out. I'm like stressed with work or whatever. I just need to like have a Lieb. I just put on the Lieb playlist and I just let it go and I zone out. Actually, one of my favorite covers you did was Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. I hadn't even heard his version of it. I heard yours because I'm subscribed to you on YouTube, so I got it in my email. And I'm listening to this song and I didn't even read the title because every time I get a video from you, I just play it anyway. So I'm like playing the video and I'm like, oh my God, is this one of his originals? I had no idea it was Justin Timberlake's song. And then I was so disappointed when I heard the real one. Like totally disappointed. But you've done covers of everybody from Katy Perry to Pink, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Ariana Grande. Who else? I'm trying to think. Adele, your Skyfall one is very close right now to getting 1 million views. It's at like 960,000 just before we went to air because I was checking that out. And now you actually have most of your covers available on iTunes. You haven't had them up.
Well, I've had the new ones up, but the old ones I just started putting up again. Or not again, just putting up.
And now this summer you released an original track called Young Love. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that? It's like one of my favorite videos.
Thanks, yeah, I was really happy with that. I was just happy with everything, the video, the song, that it was an original, not a cover, because that's sort of showing what I really am capable of doing. And that was sort of just the beginning of what I'm capable of doing. But that song, you know, I just wrote it remembering when it's very real to me. And, you know, the video, I think some people would say was like, I don't know if they would use the word controversial, but because I'm an openly gay artist, I had a male play opposite of me. And I didn't do that as a way to shock people. And I didn't really have to think about it and make the decision. It was just accurate to who I am in my life.
Right.
And so when I met with the director for the first time, we sort of had the conversation about it once, and I basically just said, we don't really need to talk about it more than this, but we're just going to shoot it as if it's a guy and a girl because it's about the relationship, and it's nothing about this song or the video is gay.
Right.
Other than the sexual preference of the person singing.
The characters. Yes.
Yeah. You know, and I think it came across well in that sense where you sort of just got the feeling of a love song and a connection between people rather than like feel like you've been hit over the head with a specific agenda.
Right. Agreed. Now, that has been doing really well. Also, another original of yours is A Place of Paradise. Mm-hmm. I'm obsessed with that video as well. You're underwater during most of it, which is so freaking cool if you ask me. And actually, we have some pictures that we're going to show up, and one of them is actually the cover of that album. What was the inspiration for that song?
That one, I guess the place of paradise for me is that place within yourself that everybody can get to on their own. They don't need something else to complete them or make them happy. So the underwater, I wanted it to more represent kind of this ambiguous kind of womb-like state of being at peace in this, in the self, I guess. And I really wanted it to seem like there wasn't a struggle, like it wasn't, I was trying to come out and get air, just a very peaceful place.
Right. And now you just had a crazy summer, not only with releasing Young Love, but your Wrecking Ball cover went viral in like, what was it, 1 million views in like 48 hours?
I got a half a million in like a day.
Right.
Which was like
insanity.
Because I've been doing this for a while now, and I've managed to get a lot of views, but I've never put out a video that like I go to bed and then wake up and it has a 500,000. I mean, it was crazy.
Right.
It's a real getting something go that viral is a very different experience. Very different experience.
Do you pinch yourself?
I don't because I've been working for so long and so hard, but it is a weird, the whole Wrecking Ball thing happened so quickly. I didn't plan it. I just kind of was playing around on my dulcimer and I sort of heard the song in there. I was working with a producer and writer that I work with all the time, and he was like, well, why don't we just record it really quick?
Right.
So we just like kind of did it, and it just
So that was a recording really quick.
It was.
That's insanity. I mean, that video ended up getting you huge national television exposure as well. You were on OMG Insider. Shout out to Brian Moore. I know you're watching, so thanks for tuning in. I mean, you were just everywhere. On Yahoo Music's front page. That just like really catapulted you and got you a larger audience than you already had. What is the reception you're getting from fans now after that Wrecking Ball cover?
First of all, I want to say
I'm actually going to play a little bit of it down there for you.
Love OMG and Brian Moore. I have to plug that. It's just been, it's a hard thing to describe because everything that happens, you just like, you're trying to take it in and it's hard to take in, like somebody recognizing you. That to me is the weirdest part of being in a place like LA and having people know who you are.
Right.
The opportunities that it has given me is really great. You know, if you get seen that quickly by that many people, it's like having a business card out there for everyone to see what you do. And if people like you, they will flock to you.
Absolutely.
So it's been exciting in that way, because I also feel like I have been working so hard for such a long time that it felt very like justified to be happening. You know,
it's like, it's about time.
Well, I mean, you always have much more to do.
Right. So actually, we're going to run a little segment that we've been planning called Ask Eli. And it basically is a social media way for everybody here to get a chance to ask Eli questions. So roll that tape real quick, and we're going to get to some tweets for Eli that you guys sent in. All right, so the first tweet that we got in is from, who do we got? Mandy at Ravensgirl893 at Eli Lieb. I will be 21 soon, so I have a random question. What were you doing when you were that age? Hashtag Ask Eli. So what were you doing around 21?
I just moved to New York.
Was that like earth-shattering, 21 from Iowa going to New York City?
No, I mean, I was born in New York and my whole family is there.
Okay.
So I've been going to New York my whole life. So it kind of wasn't too much of a shock. And I'm kind of weird in the way where I can just fit in anywhere and feel fine and don't feel like, oh my God, where am I?
Right.
Because I go from the tiniest towns to the biggest cities. So
All right, our next tweet is from @ShadyGlambert. I have an Adam Lambert question for you later. But ask Eli, I like this hashtag. My question is, do you have a special wish for Christmas or the new year? Thank you for your tweet.
This is going to sound really cliche, but like, I just wish, it's not for myself, it's just for peace.
Peace all around.
Keep on evolving into a better and better place where people are living more in harmony with each other.
And our next tweet comes from, this guy was interesting. He was funny on my Twitter. It's @OTR773 over the rainbow. He's kind of got a jam-packed question here. So the first part of his question is, how tall is Eli? The second part is, when's his birthday? And the third is, does he have a boyfriend? So how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
When's your birthday?
September 11th.
And do you have a boyfriend?
I do not.
Okay, so his response to is, if you did say no, he would gladly volunteer. So just putting that out there at OTR8933, you got your shout out. Okay, our next tweet comes from @Sweno, SWENO. Which Real Housewives shows do you watch? Hashtag Ask Eli.
I think the question would be, which ones do I not
watch? I know we're both huge fans of Housewives. Do you have a favorite right now?
God. I don't know. I kind of find enjoyment out of all of them. It's like when I'm stressed or have been working really hard, watching those shows, it's just like the best brain let go mechanism.
Right. Exactly. It's a guilty pleasure. It's just, you can just shut down and...
I like the New York one just because, like, you know, New York was home for me for such a long time and always will be home.
All right, and our last tweet, I think we have one more, right? We have two more, I'm sorry. Okay, so the next one for Ask Eli is @Amirja Zoe. What inspired you the most when you were 15? Hashtag Ask Eli.
God, when I was...
At 15, what inspired you the most?
It might have actually been Ani DeFranco.
Really? Interesting. Why so?
I don't know. I just loved her music, and I learned how to play guitar by listening to her. So at one point, I could play every single Ani DeFranco song on the guitar.
All right, and the last tweet, I think, it's by @RavensGirl893 again, because I really liked this question. This is probably the most epic question we got. If you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself when you were younger? Hashtag Ask Eli. I know you and I both don't live by regrets, but what advice would your older self give your younger self?
Well, it wouldn't be advice on what not to do and what to do, like what to avoid, because I don't have any regrets. I kind of would like this question for the end of my life. What would I say?
Right,
but I'd say the overall thing is, one, you're going to have to work a lot harder than you think. And just don't worry. Just trust everything.
You know what? That's really good advice. Actually, yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, because you know, you can always have an idea of what you want to accomplish in your life, but you have no idea how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. And I think that stops people from achieving their goals, is that they haven't achieved it in a certain amount of time. But like, you could be working on something for 15 years, had wanted it 2 years into it, but 15 years later you get it.
Right. True.
But it's people who don't stop that get there.
Absolutely. Now, we're at the holiday season, so what are your plans for this Christmas and New Year?
I am completely laying low in Iowa with my family. I have such a hectic life in LA right now that when I get home, I just totally crash.
All right, so I have to do the one tabloid question because it's in or out, pun intended, so I just have to. You were seen in West Hollywood with one of our favorites, Adam Lambert, just going out for a cocktail. It went completely viral. Anything you want to share?
He's a good friend, you know? He is. Adam is like a super great guy.
Listen, we need to get him on the show as well, so we'll talk afterwards. But I'm hoping he's watching because we all tweeted him to watch tonight, so shout out to Adam Lambert. How did you guys meet? I mean, I've seen him in concert a bunch of times. I'm just like obsessed with his stage presence.
We actually met through Twitter.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. All right, well, I'm going to wish you and your family a Merry Little Christmas, and they can also download your rendition of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. It is available on iTunes, correct?
Correct.
And it's also up on his YouTube. Guys, once again, you can go to his YouTube at youtube.com/Eli Lieb, or you can follow him at Twitter at Eli Lieb. He really doesn't make it hard for you to find him, so be sure to check him out. If you don't already, follow him and subscribe on YouTube. Eli, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate it. I know your busy schedule, so I really appreciate your time. All right, guys, that's In or Out, pun intended, with Eli Lieb. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more.
Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant. Steaks, chops, wraps, breakfast skillets. The Mauritius Bay, 62 Montauk Highway in Mauritius, New York. 878-6827. The Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant in New York.
InRavio.com.
Stay in tune guitar strings. Guitar strings, bass strings, polish and accessories. Stay in tune guitar strings. Akron, Ohio. www.sitstrings.com.
InRavio. Transmitter? We don't need no stinking transmitter. Welcome to InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Paul Discofani, the disco portion of the Glory Days with Bruce and Disco show on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon. It's a sports show with a twist. We have entertainment, music, and whatever you want to talk about. Only on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Good Times Magazine, New York's best entertainment paper for 43 years. Check out their calendar for all the latest music info, including New York City, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Studio News brings you the biggest news about the hottest artists and sounds. Technobeat is your guide to electronica, techno, house, and dubstep. Packtrack keeps you up to date on the biggest events at the area's performing arts centers and theaters. More.
It's bi-weekly and it's free. Pick up your copy today or visit goodtimesmag.com.
Welcome back. So how amazing was Eli Lieb on the show? I mean, he is one of the sweetest guys, as you can see. Just so down to earth, so multi-talented. I was so happy that I could squeeze him. It was so hard scheduling him to get on the show. I've been trying for months. So I really want to give a huge shout out to Eli. Thank you so much for being on the show. For those of you that were watching for Eli, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you guys enjoyed him. And for all my viewers that I always have, much appreciated. Please be sure to check out Eli online. His website is also elilieb.com. You can find out all his contact information there. And my tweeters, thank you so much for tweeting in your questions. They were really amazing. I had so many. I appreciate all the love. I only had enough time for that many. So guys, if you want, you can always email the show. It's talkshow@onlymattmartin.com. If you guys want a guest on the show, if you have an idea or a segment or something, please feel free to email me. I love your suggestions. Our guest next week is Chris James, and he was actually a viewer's request, and he's been on the show before, and he's going to be on again next week for the holiday concert. So I'm really excited for him to come back to the show. Okay, now the best part about the end of the show is, are you ready for this? Pun intended, go Christine, OUTHOLE of the week. So what is the OUTHOLE of the week, you ask? I haven't had one in so much time, since like episode 4 of this season. It's basically a stunad in the news that I just cannot resist, look at my neck, resist telling you about. Okay, so the Kardashians are always in the news for their flaky behavior and acting insane and being insane, and you know, Kris Jenner and Bruce are separating. Kourtney's apparently going through some custody battles right now over who's the real baby daddy of Mason. This one, Khloe, by the way, quick update, is apparently filing for divorce today from Lamar. I don't know why it's today, and everybody knows it's today, but in case you didn't, now you do. But Kim Kardashian's fiance, are you ready for it? Kanye West is my OUTHOLE of the week. Why do I even have to tell you? I mean, let's be real. This guy is so self-absorbed, so in love with himself. He thinks he's the Black Jesus. He just complained at his concert that he did in Atlanta that he felt snubbed by the Grammy Association because he wasn't nominated for Album of the Year. He said, because notice how they'll never put me up against those white artists. I'm quoting, what a moron, like a complete moron. Okay, also, he wants this big, extravagant wedding with Kim Kardashian, and Kim is trying to keep it low-key, and I think the reason Kim is trying to keep it low-key is because she's already had 3. And the last one she made a fortune off of, and it lasted 72 days. So pretty much 72 hours in my mind, because I mean, that's faster than a lesbian relationship right there. But I mean, this is insanity. So he wants a big wedding. Kris Jenner apparently, according to sources, is telling him, shut your trap. You're ruining my family's name, the brands, everything that we've been working so hard for. I mean, Kanye West. He thinks he's like God, and I think he's a schmuck. And if you like Kanye, bless your heart. Peace be with you, also with you. Guys, next week is the Christmas show. I'm sick of talking to this douchebag. Anyway, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in next week to a brand new, all new holiday special of In or Out, pun intended, here on InRavio.com at 6 o'clock. I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.